you've got the ball, that's going to be placed between the ankles with a little bit of space from the ground. So remember where we connect with the kind of almost with the ankle bone there. And then have a look down at the feet. Just check both feet are facing forward. Maybe using your mat if that's nice and even as a little guide as well. And then connect the ankles towards the ball. Notice that little connection with the inner thighs as you do that. If you haven't got the ball, you're just in standing, absolutely fine. Good, then just take a moment now to lengthen up from the feet all the way up through the crown of the head. And notice then we want that length at the front of the body and at the back of the body. So we're not going to push the tummy out. We're not going to tuck the tailbone under. We want length in the lower back and length in that front part of the body there. And we want to just soften the rib cage. So we just think of softening lightly, so we're not going to lift the chest. We're just going to think of that relaxed shoulder placement and let the arms just hang by the side of the body. Well done. Good. And then from here, keep the connection with the feet, or take a breath in, raise the arms up. Good. Lengthening up, reaching all the way up through the fingertips. Notice again the distance between the ears and the shoulders. And then pause for a moment here. And then just double check for me that the shoulder blades are sitting onto the rib cage. So you're not going to pull the shoulder blades back. They're just sitting nicely onto the rib cage. Lengthen up a little bit further, take an extra breath in. And then on the outward breath, let the arms come down all the way back to the side of the body. Okay, we'll do that one more time. So just reminding ourselves that we're going to keep the back still. We're going to keep the ribs nice and calm and the space between the ears and the shoulders. So ankles to the ball, reach all the way up through the fingertips. There's a little bit of work here for, yes, the abdominals and the back, but also for the shoulders. So just remembering all that as we go through this morning. Gazes ahead. There's an extra breath in, maybe stretching those arms up a little bit more. Notice the shoulders working for us. And then on the exhale, bring the arms down all the way back to our start position. So keep the feet grounded to the floor. If you've got your ball, connect the ankles to the ball, take a nod of the chin to chest, look to the toes. And then on your exhale, soften a little bit through the knees, start with a roll down, easing your way down through your upper back, leading with the crown of the head if you can for me. Upper back, middle back, lower back, and then the hands come towards either the shins, the ball, the feet, or the floor. Remember, we lead with the crown of the head on the way down. Take that little connection again from the ankles to the ball and start to come back up. Inhaling, good, into that lower back, rebuilding and restacking your middle back, upper back, shoulders, neck, and head. Beautiful. Good, just come back to your start position for me. Take the hands lightly behind the back and draw the hands a little bit away from the body. Good, gazes ahead and again, crown of the head up to the sky. Good, release the arms now. Take a nod of the chin one more time, nod of the chin to chest. Again, look down to the feet, double check that we haven't changed position. Or just readjust the feet where you need and then exhale your way down. Remember, leading with the crown of the head, the top of the head, as you guide your way down towards the ground, bone by bone, a little bit at a time. Each vertebrae as we head down towards the ground. Take an extra breath in and out. Good, notice a stretch through the backs of the legs. Good, and again connecting the ankles to the ball or just the feet to the ground. Good, when you're ready, inhale, start to rise. Lower back. Good, and then can we rebuild slowly? Can you go slowly to rebuild and restack each of those little vertebrae? Coming all the way back up to your start position. Superb. Take a breath in, raise the balls of the feet. Inhale, the arms come up and exhale, the arms and the heels come down. Good, show me that again. So again, light connection to the ball if we've got it. Good, inhaling the arms up, gaze the head, soften the shoulders, and then exhale, lowering the arms all the way back to our start. Now this time, take a breath in, raise the arms all the way up and stay there for me. Good, exhale the arms to shoulder height. Can we stay on the balls of the feet? Again, connecting with those ankles. Turn the palms up, take a breath in. And on the exhale, send the thumbs a little bit further back, just opening up across the chest without straining into the front of the shoulder or the chest there. Good, release, let the hands relax, and then exhale your way all the way down towards the ground. Superb. Leave the feet to the ground, lift the left arm all the way up to the sky for me, lengthen, and then exhale over to our right side, looking down towards the right fingertips and the outside edge of your right foot. Take a breath in, the arms are just going to sway, so now the left arm comes up with you. And then on the exhale, again, ground both feet. Good, see if we can exhale over to our left side, look down to the left fingertips and the left outside edge of your foot. Notice that lovely stretch through the side of the body, one more time each way. Inhaling, the arms just float. Just back to our start position. Can you ground your left foot now as you look down towards your right hand and stretch over towards the right side, grounding through that left side. Notice that lovely stretch. Now take a breath in here, and on the exhale, can you swing your left hip, left side of the body towards the left? So it's a really gentle pull to the left. Take an extra breath in, lengthen. It's only small, so don't make that too big. And then again on the exhale last time, reaching the right arm up, left arm down towards the ground, look to the left fingertips, ground the right foot this time. And then can we exhale and pop the right hip, maybe a centimetre towards the right. So there's a kind of little bow shape. Inhale again, not everybody's done that. And then exhale all the way back to our start position, release both arms. Beautiful. Take a nod of your chin to chest, look down to the toes, and then we'll exhale our way. Now this time we're going to take hold of the ball. So we're rolling ourselves down, releasing neck and shoulders, letting the arms just hang. Don't worry if you haven't got the ball, it's absolutely fine. We can replicate exactly the same without it. So if you've got your ball, fine, you take hold of the ball. If you've got a small cushion, that would be amazing. And then on the way up for me, can we roll up, on inhaling and exhaling, and then place the ball just between the knees or the inner thighs. Now double check before we come all the way back up, the knees and feet are facing forward, and then unravel all the way back to your start position. Inhaling and exhaling as you go. So small cushion between the knees, or you've got your ball there, absolutely fine. Good, inhale, sit the bottom back, trap those knees forward, reach the arms ahead or place the hands onto the thighs. Exhale as you press through the feet and come all the way back to standing. So what I want then is the ball or the cushion is just going to give you that lovely alignment of the knees and the feet. The hips sit back, the length through the spine, and notice there's a little bit of engagement through the centre as we do that. So as we sit back, the hips pull back. We want the lengthening through the spine. We want that knee alignment, don't we? Doesn't matter where the arms are on this first bit. And then all the way back to standing for me. Good, I'm just going to ask you to do that again, twice more for me. So sitting back, double checking that knee placement. We can cross the hands, we can put the hands on the thighs, whichever feels good. Just double checking, guys, because I can already see, you know, we're here. Yeah, so better just to leave the arms out if we're losing the neck. Yeah, so remember we need that lovely shoulder placement. So if we think of the arms, we might even just bring the arms to level with the knees rather than up, yeah? Or rest them on the thighs or cross, or whichever feels good for you. Okay, we'll do that again, just twice more. So inhale, sitting the hips back, get a little bit deeper. There's no stopping. There's no stopping. I didn't say stop at any point there, did I? Good, and then one more time. Sit the hips back, pull the hips back. Get that connection with the ball, yeah, or your little cushion there, whatever you've got. And then all the way back to our start position. Beautifully done, go. Good, now this time, can we sit the bottom back? We're all going to just let the hands slip down towards the knees, or cross, or wherever you want the hands, that can even go back if you prefer. Look down at the feet, look down, check the knees and feet are facing forward. And then pull the hips back just a little bit further for me. Lengthen out from the crown of the head all the way through to the tailbone. So feel the length through the back, but notice that engagement with the deep abdominals there. Now look down at the ball or your little cushion, and both knees or both legs working simultaneously, a little squeeze, 8, 7, and you're looking ahead, 6, little squeeze, 5, we go 4, we go 3, 2, and 1. Good, take a pause there. Now just the right leg's going to work. This is our last bit, 8, 7, 6, little pull in on the right, 5, 4. Notice the outer thigh and buttock, the inner thigh. Good, pause, and then just the left leg. Yeah, can we get the left leg to do exactly the same? 6, 5, make sure we're breathing, 4, hold 3, hold 2, hold 1, release, exhale all the way back to standing. Yes, I know you'll have felt the thighs. That's okay, I'll let you off. Good, little fingers together, good, and then open on the inhale. Good, keeping that light connection with the ball, close on the exhale. Yeah, well done. So this time we'll take the right arm up. Don't worry if you've already gone ahead. Right arm up and left arm down. Again, just connecting with the cushion or ball if that's there for you. Good, exhaling back. Lovely. Good, inhale to open now. Left arm comes up, right arm reaches down towards the ground and then come all the way back to your start. Lovely. One through the centre of the body, so the arm's going wide. So inhaling open. Don't worry if you've gone the other way. Good, and then exhale to close. Lovely, you might have one more to do, or you can join me and just let the arms release down. Beautiful. Now, can you take the ball for me? Yeah, just take the ball in your hand. And again, it doesn't matter if you haven't got the ball, you can use a cushion for this one or not. There's plenty of work going on. Okay, so we're going to stand on the right and we're lifting our left knee. Yeah, so we're standing on the right and we're lifting our left knee. If we've got the ball, here's option one. Yeah, we're going to exhale the ball out ahead of us and then inhale the ball all the way up to the ceiling. Yeah, could do that with a cushion or just the hands, inhaling and exhaling. Lovely. Good. Now, second option would be to extend the left leg. We've done this before and pop the ball into the back of the knee. So your calf is pressing to the ball and your ball is pressing towards your thigh. Your knee does not have to be hip height. Arms relaxed to the side of the body, length through the crown of the head. Beautiful. Good. Now from here, can you exhale to take your left foot back so your thighs become parallel? Can you inhale and really quietly bring the knee back to wherever it started? I'll just show you from the side. So can you exhale to take the leg back? We're going to do 3 more. And then inhale to bring the knee back to its start position. Yeah, not easy. Just don't worry if you're wobbling and don't worry if you decided that you just want to lift the knee and do the arm action that we did before, because that's available too if you want it. Good. So going a little bit back, and we don't have to do this with anything in the back of the leg at all. Here's our last time. Arms relaxed, length through the crown of the head. Good. And then draw the knee back for me. Take a moment just to pause. Good, and then release the ball and put the foot down. Yes, the legs need a little shake out, particularly that right standing leg. I can see some of you have gone off camera, and I think that might mean that your ball sort of went astray. I'll let you off on that one. So stand on the left. Remember, it's all just practice, isn't it? It's all just practice. So we're standing on the left. You've got the option of lifting the knee, going out and going up, and you could do that 4 times, yeah? Or you can take the ball into the back of the knee and place the calf to the ball and the ball to your thigh. Yeah, just check your position there. Maybe a little softness in the left knee if we want it. Arms relaxed to the side. Good, we can stay here. Yeah, we could just hold the ball out instead if we wanted. We don't need a cushion, we could just have the leg up. Then if you wanted, on the exhale, the leg goes back. Yeah, well done. Yeah, really well done. And then inhale, coming back to our start. Well done. So can we keep the pelvis still as we do that? So I know it's really tempting, isn't it, to kick the leg back and tilt the pelvis, but actually we just want to move from that hip. We're going to keep the front of the body and the back in that lovely long alignment. So we're not going to tip forward. You could even use the hands on the hips as we do our last 2. Can you exhale the leg back, maintaining the position of your pelvis? Inhale to come back. Yeah, so there's no rolling forward there. Yeah, so you can feel that. Well done. Pushing back. Yeah, beautiful. And then coming all the way back to our start. Take a moment just to pause, gather our thoughts and our balance, and then we can release the leg and gradually relax the legs out. Well done. Okay, now can you just pop your ball to the side? Good, get a little bit of release now before we come down onto the mat. Just repeat these for me. So standing on the left, this is our right leg lifting, but we're going to just alternate for me. So knee comes up. Option is to open the knee a little bit to the side. Yeah, and then coming down, back to parallel with the thigh, and then the foot comes down. And then switch to the other side. So the knee comes up. The knee goes out to the side. If we can, we go a little bit back so that then the thighs become parallel, and we put the foot down. Yeah, so we're going to do that again. So inhaling and exhaling, making a little bit of a circle. Again, I'll just show you from the side. So the knee comes up, the knee goes to the side, goes a little bit back, just enough to bring the thighs back together. One more each side. Good, inhaling and exhaling. Yes, balance, but just releasing those hips. Good, last time, inhaling, well done, go. Yeah, well done. Doesn't matter if we wobble, yeah, and coming back just to recover there. Now separate the feet for me. So this is our repeater inner thigh stretch. So an active stretch. So we're still getting the stretch as we come over to one side and then over to the other, aren't we? So there's our momentary stretch. Yeah, lovely. Good. Think about the upper body position as well, gang. So we've still got that beautiful space between the ears and the shoulders. Now, as we're moving, can you just start to notice that all that, just the hips and the inner thighs, that groin area, maybe even the hamstrings as well, just start to ease up a little bit. It's not that you're necessarily getting any deeper or any further, but it all just starts to feel a little bit easier. Yeah, good. We'll go 8, 7. Good. We'll go 6. Just enjoy. We'll go 5. We'll go 4, 3. One more each side. Yeah, lovely. And then when you come back over to the left for me, we can stay. So then this is our static stretch, or our passive stretch. So we're just staying and we're getting that lovely lengthening, yeah, without really doing anything else, aren't we? We're just staying and pausing. Yeah, and then we'll do exactly the same to the other side. So easing over to the other side, find the stretch, and then we just pause. Yeah, good. Well done. Yeah, and then all the way back to our start position. Good, we're going to toe heel the feet in. Good, and then the last bit, you're just going to pick up your band for me. So don't worry if you haven't got a band, you can do exactly the same without the band, just do the movements, yeah? Good, so we've got the hands a little bit wider than shoulder width, and this is just a few little rounds of our upper body, our postural work. So feet in hip width, arms a little bit wider than the body, yeah? So just, roughly, probably double the width of our hips there, and then taking the arms up, so it can be the arms up without the band, arms come up, just as we did to start with. Remember, we brought the arms up, but we didn't take the ribs with us, and we didn't change the back position, the position of the pelvis, yeah, and then we'll bring the arms back down, yeah. I'll do it with the band, then I'll do it without the band. We'll do two more of those, so we come up, inhaling, and exhaling to bring the band up and over your head. Good. Notice everything that we put in place to start with, and then inhale and exhale to bring the arms down, feet grounded. Good, and then if we're doing it without the band, it's exactly the same. So we raise the arms up, shoulder height roughly, inhaling up, and then exhaling the arms up towards the sky, yeah? Now, can you keep the back and the tummy in the pelvis in the same position, the space between the ears and the shoulders, and then next exhale takes the arms and the band back, just a fraction. Yeah, lovely. Notice that now. We'll want to lift the chest, throw everything out, but we're not going to do that. We're going to use that centre. Good, and then when you're ready, inhale and exhale to come down. I'm only asking for one more of those, okay? Yeah, so we'll do that again, with or without the band. Inhaling, shoulder height, exhaling, up and over the head. Good, notice all those little boundaries in place. Inhale, the band can go back a little bit. And then some of us, if we wanted, we're keeping the ribs calm, the pelvis still, and maybe we can take the band back towards the back of the head. And we take an extra breath. Nobody has to do that. Good, softness in the shoulders and the elbows. Take the band up. Good, and then slowly release all the way back to your start. Well done. Good, just pop your band down. Good, and then just give me a really gentle arm circle. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, one more of those, and then we go the other way. Good, inhaling and exhaling. Yeah, nice and easy. Beautiful. Good, and then just relax. Well done. If you've got your ball, you're going to grab that now, come to the back edge of your mat, have your band handy somewhere. Don't worry, you're doing exactly the same, even if you haven't got the ball. So now the ball's going to go back between the ankles where we started this morning with our calf raise. And then when you're ready, we're going to sit back just to our little mini squat. So come with me. Inhale, sit back to your mini squat. Place the hands down onto the mat and then walk yourself forward, keeping either just your feet in the same position or your ball there, and then pop yourself down to your knees. Yeah, well done. Good. From here, we're going to come all the way down onto our front and skim our legs back towards the back edge of the mat. Yeah. So you've either got your ball between the ankles or you've got your legs together. Yeah. So now when you're ready, could you bring your arms to the side of the body, let your nose tickle the mat, yeah? And don't worry if your legs are slightly lifted because of the ball, that's absolutely fine. Legs lengthened, little squeeze on the ball if we've got it. Now notice what happens when we stretch out the legs, give the ball a little bit of a squeeze, or we're just stretching out the legs. We've got that tension in the buttocks, the back. We might notice the tummy muscles lightly pulling. Now we'll take a breath in, we're going to pick our shoulders a little bit off the mat. And then on our exhale, we're going to lengthen out through the crown of the head, give the ball a little bit of a squeeze and turn the palms to face the body. So it's pretty much our dart. Then there's a breath in with length all the way through the crown of the head, all the way through to the heels. And then slowly on your exhale, lengthen all the way back to your start position and relax. Let your shoulders relax, let the heels come a little bit apart or away from the ball. Readjust if you need to. Good, I'll do one more with you. So the first inhale is lifting our shoulders off the mat. Don't worry if your head comes up, that's absolutely fine. Now think length, out through the crown of the head. Give the ball a squeeze or draw the ankles together, the feet together. Reach the fingertips towards the heels and give the ball a squeeze. Yeah, lovely. Good, so now light at the front of the body, not pushing down into the mat. Take a breath in, you're lengthening even more. And then on the exhale, we're lengthening all the way back to your start position and recover. Now, just as you pause there, you should feel that kind of the whole body's having to work as you do that, guys. So, it's kind of, really kind of integral move there. So everything working. Good, I'm going to have a look as you do that 4 more times. So there's a breath in, we pick the shoulders up first, that width across the chest and the back of the body, and then the exhale to lift, lengthen the legs, give the ball a little bit of a squeeze, lovely. Now just pause at the top, just pause at the top and have a few breaths, and just ask yourself, are you feeling light at the front of the body? So have you got that enough of a lift that we're not pressing the hips down? Yeah? Have we got the space between the ears and the shoulders? And are we lengthening out? I've got hold of that crown of your head and I'm pulling you. I'm lengthening you away from your heels. Yeah. Then we take a breath in. Thank you. I know they were all yeses. And then on the exhale, slowly, hang on a minute. I saw some collapses there. You've got to lengthen back to the mat. I want that really lovely lengthening. Lovely. Now, there's 3 to do, and the option is to add a leg lift. Now, it's going to be 0.5 centimetre at the most. So we take a breath in, we pick the shoulders up first. Yeah, then the exhale is the lift of the chest and the reach of the arms. Lengthen, squeeze the ball, maybe lift the legs. Yeah, yeah. Now don't struggle with the arms, just let them kind of reach away from you. Yeah, just lovely lengthening. Take another breath in, there's even more length. And then the exhale, slowly lengthen back. Yeah, all the way back to the mat. Beautiful. So we lengthen our way down. We've got 2 more to do. Have a breather in between. Have a breather in between. Well done with the cushions, by the way. People who've got the cushions there. So first of all, it's picking the shoulders off the mat first. The shoulders first. And then there's the lift of the chest. On the exhale, can you lengthen and lift the legs without pressing the tummy down towards the mat? So just a sense of being light at the front of the body. Well done. Good, the inhale and then that lovely exhale to lengthen. Can you grow down the mat? We've got 1 more to do. You're doing absolutely brilliantly. Now, so picking up the shoulders. So that's just you getting the tips of the shoulders just wider and then the lift and the lengthening. Yeah, take your time. Try not to snap an arm off. Just have a sense of lovely length. And again, are we light at the front of the body? And then lengthening, easy just to forget that, isn't it? To come all the way back to our mat. Yeah, really good going, gang. Now have a little breather. I'm just going to ask you to stay here just for 1 more little bit. So ball, if you've got it, is between the ankles, but don't worry if you haven't got it. Go, the arms are still at the side of the body, and now we're going to turn our head towards the camera. So now it's our double leg kick. I'd like flex feet and heels in towards the bottom. Now notice the hamstrings, with or without the ball there. And then we've got our 3 little pulses, 1, 2, 3, and then stretch the legs. Yeah, just do that again for me. So we can inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale. Yeah, lovely. Good, now do a point for me. Coming in, inhale, 2, 3, and the exhale. Are the hips on the mat? Is the spine still long? Yeah, you can even double check what the hips are doing with the hands on the hips. Good, and we've got 1 more to do. Coming in, keeping the hips down, so we're stretching out through the front of the body. Oh, mine went a bit wrong there. And then exhale down. Lovely. Okay, so we can keep the head turned. Let's add in the upper body as well. So we'll breathe in. Let's have a soft point. 1, 2, 3. There's your inhale. Exhale, stretch the legs. They can go to the ground or stay a little bit lifted. Come up to where we were a moment ago. Chest lifts. Again, it's not about the height. Inhale, bring the arms down. Curl the legs in. In, 2, 3. And then the exhale, lengthen the legs. Still stay light at the front of the body. Reach the legs away. We've got 2 more to go. Flex the feet. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Legs working. Exhale, stretch, lengthen. Space between the ears and the shoulders, hovering off the mat. And then again, one last time. Inhale, flex those feet. Draw those heels in. 3 little pulses. And then exhale. Yes, I know, legs. We can feel that, can't we? Lower the legs down. Release and relax. Good, and then we're going to roll all the way over onto our back. Let your ball just kind of go wherever it wants to go. And then at the same time, can you grab your band? Yeah, so let's come into a lovely hamstring stretch now. We're going to do it as a repeater. And then we're going to do it as a full stretch. So put your band around your left foot for me. Don't worry if you haven't got your band. Yeah, so we can rest the back on the mat. You might have a small hand towel. You could have, you know, a scarf or a dressing gown belt. Yeah. So I'll show you with the band first. So first of all, we'll just find the stretch for a breath. Sit the pelvis onto the mat, and then we're going to go bend and stretch. Yeah. Just inhale and exhale. Yeah. Inhale and exhale. And again, this is an active stretch because we're using, the band, but also we're using the movement, aren't we? Now, if we haven't got the band, we're doing exactly the same. Yeah? So we're bending and stretching. And there's that kind of final point of the move where we feel the stretch down the back of the leg. And it's kind of well researched that, you know, range of ways to stretch the body is quite healthy. You know, rather than just sticking with the same movements. Oh, good. And then on our last one, we can stay up and we can pause and we just hold it. So if you haven't got the band, you're here. So everybody with the band, I know you're okay there. And if you haven't got your band, you're with me. Hands in the back of the thigh and your leg lengthens up. You know that. Yeah, lovely. And we can just notice that the ankle is over the knee and the knee is over the hip. And we're getting that lovely stretch. That's what we're looking for, isn't it? Just a lovely pull into the body of the back of the thigh, not the back of the knee. Yeah, so soften the knee if you need. Good, and we're going to have 5 more breaths here. And we've got the band as our support, we've got the back on the mat, and we're stretching the leg up into our band, or we're guiding the leg in for a really generous stretch. If you start to notice the leg shaking, then just back off a little bit for me, so just ease off just a fraction. Good, then when you're ready, if you've got your band, you could bend your right knee to put the right foot where the left foot is, put your left foot down, good, and then have the leg in the air. Yeah? And then we can start again, either with the band, bending the knee just a little bit, and then lengthening the leg. So each time you're stretching up into that back of the thigh stretch, or you're with me, just with the bend and the stretch, and we can add a little kick of the heel up as if we had the band there. And we'll go 5. It doesn't matter if you're just staying with the other stretch if you wanted. 4, inhale and exhale. 3, good, going 2, good, and going 1. Yeah, lovely. And then stay there. Stay there with the ankle, the knee and the hip, yeah, stacked on top of each other, the back resting on the mat, the left foot on the floor, drawing the leg in. Now relaxed foot if you're with me and just scooping the leg in towards you. Back of the pelvis on the mat and you're stretching your leg all the way up to the ceiling. Good, inhale and exhale, soft, steady breath. 5. Bend the knee if we need. Good, and then when you're ready, just take the band for me. Pop the band to the side, pull your right leg in when you're ready, stretch out your left, repeat it for 8, inhale and exhale. And remember, this is about the stretch rather than the strength. So this isn't an abdominal exercise, we're thinking backs resting on the mat, and we're just focusing on opening up into the front of the thigh of the leg that we're straightening. Doing well, gang. So just a little bit of opening. Really well done. Good. And we'll go 4. We'll go 3. We'll go 2, holding the right, stretching out the left. And then last one, holding the left, stretching out the right. Super. Good. And then when you're ready, take a roll all the way over to your side. Take hold of the top foot and bring yourself into your front of thigh stretch. So draw the leg in. You should be there by now. You should be there. That's it. Get your cushion if you need. That's it. And then draw that leg just a little bit back so we open up into that front of thigh area, don't we? Yeah. This is going to help us just with our next little moves. See if we can bring the knee back just that little bit further. Enjoy that. So I just want that lovely opening up into the hip. Yeah, so maybe you can draw the knee back just a little bit. Maybe not. Good. And then bring the legs together. Yeah, so I'm just going to kick my ball out of the way there. Have a look down, side scissors. See if you can try your balance today. So hips are stacked, legs are long, top leg comes a little bit higher. Just before we do anything, take the hand into the lower back. Double check that you're not pushing everything out through the front of the body. Now double check that the lower back feels long and lengthened, the hips are stacked one on top of the other. So just kind of notice that. Yeah, notice we're long at the front and we're long at the back. Yeah, and then the bottom leg comes forward, the top leg switches back, and we've got that lovely side scissor. Inhaling through to the center, and then the trickier bit is the bottom leg heading back, isn't it? And the top leg coming forward. Yeah, so show me that again. Inhaling, bottom leg forward, top leg back. We can have the hand on the side seam, fingertips in front a little bit further. It's lovely just to give us a little bit more movement. Yeah, but remember our boundaries that we're not moving the back, the pelvis, so we're moving the legs, aren't we? And some lovely feet coming my way as well. So inhaling as we open, bottom leg back, top leg forward. Tempting for everything else to move, isn't it? Good. One more each way. So inhale, opening. That's the easy one, isn't it? Bottom forward, top leg back, and then exhaling through to the center. Inhaling. Good. As we open, bottom leg, can you get it a little bit further back? Good, top leg forward without changing anything, and the legs are together. Top leg still lifted, and then we're lifting the bottom leg to the top. Good, give it a squeeze. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 8, 7, lovely. 6, we go 5. Both legs long, both waist long. 4, 3, squeeze the bottom leg to the top. Well done. 2, 1, we're nearly there. 8, leg lift to the top. 8, 7, inhale and exhale. 6, bottom leg can be down or lifted. 5, we're nearly there. 4, we're nearly there. 3, go, we're going 2, we're going 1, legs together. Lower both legs down, take a break. Yes, that top hip, thigh, buttock. Good, and then bring the knees in, scoot all the way around to the other side, roly-poly or come with me. Exactly the same on the other side. Front of the thigh stretch first. Yeah, and again, we want to have that long lower back, don't we? So we're not going to push the chest forward and arch into that lower back. We're going to think about the health of the lower back. Bring the knee back, bottom leg bent, and heel towards your bottom. Yeah, so just stretching out, steady stretch down the front of the thigh. Length out through the crown of the head, space between the ears and the shoulders. And this is a good time just to think about the rib cage position as well. So if you just notice, you know, possibly we've popped the chest forward, haven't we? So just see if we can maybe just soften the chest back so that your hips, no, your ribs are sat over your hips. And you can kind of feel that. So you can feel whether you've puffed out the chest or you've just softened everything to a little bit. And it's just really about our posture, isn't it? Good, and then we'll release so we can stretch out both legs. Good, have a look towards the feet, stack up the ankles, the knees, the hips, reach out through the crown of the head. Good, try your balance or put the fingertips in front, top leg lifts. Inhale, open the legs, so bottom leg comes forward, top leg goes back. Good, exhale, bring the legs back through to the center, well done. Good, inhale to open again, bottom leg scoots back, top leg pulls forward. Again, the back doesn't move. Inhale through, exhale back to the center, sorry. Go again, inhale, open. Now don't worry if we're using those fingertips, yeah, but we'll just take care of what's happening in the shoulder, what's happening in the rest of the body. Well done, gang, you're doing brilliantly. Bottom leg goes back, top leg goes forward, well done. Good, smooth and steady. Inhaling as we open, notice that you're challenging those deep abdominal and back muscles. That's what we're aiming for. Good, inhale to open, we're nearly there. Good, exhale to close. One more each way. Skin the bottom leg forward, stretch that top leg back. Good, draw the legs back together. And then same in the opposite direction. Yeah, really well done, gang. Good, come all the way back to the start, bring the legs together. Good, and then top leg lifts or just stays where it is, hip height, bottom leg lowers and then comes up. 8, bottom leg moving to the top, bottom leg moving to the top. Good, 6, good, inhale, exhale, 5, 4, yeah, just that bottom leg moving. 3, we're going for 2, well done on the balance there. Good, 1, well done. Now the legs come back together, the top leg lifts. 8, we go 7, lengthen through both legs. The bottom waist is a little bit off the mat there. 4, good, we go 3, long, lengthen torso. 2, and 1, and then the legs lower down. Very well done, gang, very well done. Bend the knees in. Good, and then can we bring ourselves all the way round to 4-point kneeling? Good, when we get to 4-point kneeling, can we bring ourselves just into a little hip flexor stretch? And then we're going to go into our ball ab sequence then. So we're going to take a big stride forward, and this is just to get the stretch into the top of the thigh, front top of the thigh of the back leg. And we pretty much know the kind of cues, don't we, for the hip flexor stretch. So we've got, yes, we started kneeling, one leg comes forward, your foot then is a little bit ahead of your knee, your back toes tucked or a cushion under your knee, and then your hips move forward. Yeah, and that should bring us into quite a good stretch for that front of the thigh area. And then it might be that you have to juggle around a little bit with that. So it might be that you come back a little bit, or you can ease the hips forward. But whatever we're doing, the shoulders stay over the hips as much as we can. We want that length, don't we, up through the spine. So rather than leaning into it, can we stay up? Now keep the length in the lower back as much as we can in this position. Good, and then we'll come out of that to do the other side. Yeah, so this is just going to help us into our next little bit. So now the other leg comes forward, it's the foot's beyond the knee, the back toes are tucked, or you've slipped your cushion under the knee, and then the hips ease forward. Yeah, enough, yeah, you've got that. Back toes there, stabilising the body, lengthening up through the crown of the head. Inhaling and exhaling. Well done. Good, notice what you feel. Try not to get distracted. Good, so notice the pull, notice if it's a little bit different to the other side. A little bit tight from the week maybe in those areas. And now we'll come back. So again, if we've got our ball, this would be a great time to grab the ball. If not, you can use your cushion actually as a little bit of support here as well. Grab your band to one side if you've got it, and then a little lean forward to place the ball into the lower back. Yeah. So this is our little ab sequence that you can do exactly the same without the ball. You're just probably not going to go quite as far back. So don't worry if you haven't got the ball. So we've got the ball in the lower back for support. So if you just kind of bounce forward and back, you should feel fairly comfortable there. Take the arms out ahead, gaze ahead for me, take a breath in. On your exhale, we do a little bit of a pelvic tilt so that the lower back stays on the ball. That's what we're wanting. And we ease back towards our roll-up prep. Yeah, arms out ahead. This is where we can smile. We can smile quite a lot, can't we? You're like, yeah, we're having loads of fun. And then we can inhale and then ready to exhale our way back to our start. I'm going to go through that one more time with you. So arms out ahead, all the hands on the knees is absolutely fine too. There's length through the spine, breath in, and then your exhale, you're doing that little pelvic tilt. Imagine we're doing like the first part of the bridge. You're gazing ahead so that the neck position stays just kind of natural neck position as you head back, and we've made a C curve through the spine. What I can see is a little bit of this, and that if you do that and put your hand on your tummy, you'll notice you're doming. Yeah, so you don't want to push the tummy out at all there. So see if you can keep that C curve. Come back, find the sit bones, and we'll do that again. So take a breath in. I'll show you without the ball. You'll be doing exactly the same. Exhaling back, yeah, coming back towards the waistband, a breath in, and then an exhale to bring you back to your seated position. So think of that C curve. Again, 3 more times. Yeah, lovely. I'll have a little look where we are. So we can challenge ourselves to go a little bit further back. Well done, well done. Or we can stay within the range that feels good for our bodies this morning. Yeah. Well done. Yeah, beautiful. Good. And each time I can see that you're coming back and you're readjusting the shoulders, you're getting the length through the spine. And some of us are still smiling. Not everybody, but some of us. Yeah, come all the way back. Now take a breather, stay with what we've got for the next 4, or come with me. So we can breathe in, we're on those sit bones, we exhale our way back towards the waistband, we take a breath in, raise the arms up, a breath out to circle, tricky, inhale, and then exhale back to sitting. Yeah, take a breath, 3 more times. So exhale your way back. Notice you're in that lovely C curve. Inhale the arms up without moving the back. That's where we test those deep tummy muscles and back muscles. Yeah, soften the shoulders. Inhale and exhale back to your start. You've got 2 more to do. So breath in the length. Exhale, heading back towards that lower back. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to circle around. Take a breath in. And then your breath out leads you all the way back to your start. Don't worry if you've had a break now. Yeah, last time. So exhale our way back. Make our lovely C curve. Inhale the arms up. Test the abdominals and back muscles. See if you can relax the thighs a little bit. Inhaling and exhaling our way back to sitting. I know that isn't easy, is it? Now, take the ball for me. Place it between the knees. We're nearly there. Little hinge back to the sit bones. Draw those heels in towards you until the feet lift. You don't have to have the ball here. You could even have the cushion if you wanted. And then can we lift the feet so they're level with the knees? Hold 3. Good. Hold 2. Hang on a minute. Not this. Not this. Just nice and soft. Good. Hang on a minute. I've got to count again. 3. Good. Hold 2. Good, hold 1, exhale the feet down, nearly fell over, and then just release yourself forward and just release and relax there for a breath. Really well done again. Good, can you then take your ball? Don't worry if you haven't got your ball, it's absolutely fine. Just come right up onto those sit bones, put the ball in front or just your hands. Yeah, stretch out the legs if you wanted, send the toes up to the sky or keep the knees bent. Just before we come down onto the mat, we're going to nod the chin to chest, take a breath in, and then just one lovely spine stretch forward. Sit bones stay where they are. Tummy lightly draws in, Crown of the head leads the way as you come easing forward with the ball. Notice it'll give you a little bit of a hand just to head a little bit further forward and stretch out through the back. Not only stretch out the lower and middle and upper back of the shoulders, but can you feel a sense now you can stretch into the side of the body as well? You can lengthen through this side body. You can stretch a little bit more. Even if those shoulders have come up with you, don't worry, because we've only got this one and it's fine, isn't it? Just to feel that movement there of the shoulders hoiking up around the ears and that stretch a little bit more through the back. Inhaling, and as we exhale, we can creep all the way back. Let's see if we can roll ourselves all the way back up from the lower back and then rebuild into that middle, upper back, shoulders, neck and head. Well done. So from here, we're going to keep our ball. We can keep our ball, come all the way down onto our back. We might even roll ourselves down. Yeah, come all the way down onto your back. Yeah, well done. We don't need a cushion in the back of the head. And we're going to go with that lovely hip flexor release again. So that will be our third one, but quite nice. Yeah, before we go into our little abdominal sequence. We can do this with the ball, or we can do it just by being on the mat. Yeah? So if we've got the ball, the hips can lift and the ball goes under between the tailbone and the waistband. And that's where you get yourself nice and comfy. Yeah. So then we can pull the left leg in and just stretch the right leg out. So what the ball does, you can do this on a cushion if you wanted. The ball gives us that little bit of height to give us a bit more of a stretch, doesn't it? And, you know, those of us that are at the desk quite a lot, working, you know, the fronts of the thighs do get a little bit stiff and tight, you know, from that sitting position there. So let's do the other side. Good. And again, if we haven't got the ball, we'd be doing the stretch we've done before. We bring the knee in towards the chest and we're just holding that leg out. Yeah, so it's absolutely fine not to have the ball. The leg that's on the ground is relaxed. The leg that's you've got hold of, you're drawing it towards you, at the same time reaching the other leg away if you wanted. Yeah? Just opening up into that thigh again. Okay, now we can put both feet back to the floor and do exactly the same movements without the ball. Or if you're with me on the ball, you're in the same position. So we could all now, wherever we are, lift the right knee over the hip. Good, and then see if we want to add the left knee as well. So you could always just do the right side if you wanted. Good, and then I'd like us to challenge ourselves. If we're on the ball or not, we could lift both arms a little bit off the ground. Yeah, so it's going to give us a little bit of a challenge. If we're on the ball, have a wiggle. Have a wiggle around. See how, see where you can get to on that. Don't worry if you have to put the feet down or the arms down, but just have a little bit of a wiggle. Yeah. I can't see anybody wiggling there. Is it just me? Good. And then from here, with the arms hovering, all the arms down, right leg stretches out. Now, if we're doing just the right side, we could do 6 on the right and then 6 on the left. Exhale, left leg, if you're with me. So if you're going from your chair and you've got your ball. Now, this exercise, using the ball, is again particularly useful for those of us that are quite tight around the hips, because it just has that little bit of height and it takes out the pressure of the back and the hip flexors. So it just takes out that little extra, gives us a little bit more freedom. Yeah, so just enjoy that. Okay, again, we could be on a cushion. Just make sure the back feels comfortable and your cushion obviously isn't too big that it's straining the back. Good, are we trying that balance? Yeah, we are. Exhaling out, and the wobble's good, isn't it? The wobble's good. We want that bit of wobble. If we've got no ball, yeah, we're just doing exactly the same. One more each side. Exhaling out. Yeah, lovely. Well done, gang. Really well done. Really well done. Good, and then popping the feet down and bringing the arms to the side of the body, and then take a little recovery breath there. Yeah, good. Are you ready to go again? So again, the arms are at the side of the body to start. The left knee can come over the hip. Remember, you can be doing a single leg. Yeah, and then the right knee comes over the hip. Good. Space between the ears and the shoulders. Check that there's not, too much pressure on the neck, so you can always come off the ball whenever you need. Good. And now it's our left toe taps. So the arms are hovering just off the ground and the left toe taps to the ground. Good. And then you're bringing the knee back. Again, you could do 6 on the left if we're staying down, which I know some of us are. Good. And if we wanted, where we can put the arms down. Now, if you wanted from here, we could again test our balance by bringing our arms up over the chest. Your palms can then face each other. No? And then if you wanted that extra challenge, the right arm goes back as the left toe taps to the ground. Now see if we can have that little wobble on the ball. It's absolutely fine, isn't it? Good, same to the other side. So exhaling as we tap our right foot down, and take the left arm back. Yeah, good. And again, we could be alternating with our little toe taps with the arms on the ground, and we could be just doing that single leg, yeah, which is lovely to do as well. Doesn't have to be a double knee fold. Good, one more each way. So exhaling, tap of the foot, extending the arm, and inhaling to come back. Well done, well done. Yeah, really well done. We're nearly there. Put the arms down, put the feet down, take a breath. And then we've got one last exercise to do here. Now, again, let's just come into that little hip flexor stretch before we do that. So we'll just take a bit of release. One last exercise. Again, you can do it on the ground. You can do it with a single leg. You can do it on the ball with the double legs if you wanted. Good, and we'll do the same to the other side. Good, so just a little release of the hips. Good, and then I'm going to come all the way to the top first. Yeah. So we've got our ball, check we're in a comfy position, we're on our mat. Now bring the legs up one at a time. Good, and then see if we can keep the tailbone heavy, the lower back settled on the ball, but the rest of the back long, and then both legs skim up to the ceiling. Flex the feet, take a breath in, go wide, and point the feet, breath out, bring the legs together. Yeah. Inhale. Now again, we could do this with balance. Just make sure when we've lifted the arms, the lower back hasn't collapsed. Now your second option of that is to do the single leg, yeah, which is actually a bit harder on the balance. So the single leg goes out to the side, yeah, do 8 repetitions, then do the other side, yeah, or yeah, that's it. We could do the single leg, whether we're on the ball or we're not, yeah. Good. So inhale now. Keep the tailbone heavy. Keep the legs long and lengthened. And we could add that point and flex. Flex going out, point as we come back. Let's do 2 more here. Inhaling and exhaling. And our last one. Yeah. So make sure you've done exactly the same on the other side. Stay with me. Right leg comes in towards you. Left leg goes away from us. So this is our scissors, our bigger scissors. So straight leg scissors. So I want you to keep the back still, the tailbone heavy, the coccyx heading onto the ball. Exactly the same if you're on the mat. Yeah, so exactly the same on your mat. A little bit easier if we're on the ball, because again, we've got a little bit more freedom through the hips. Yeah, good. Can you draw the leg in towards you, stretch the other leg away. Yeah, pull the leg in towards you as you reach the other leg. And then one last time. Well done, go. So inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and then getting that lovely reach on the exhale. Bring the knees in, pop the feet down, and then if you've got your ball, take your ball away and pop it to the side. Yeah, good. Come to wide knee position for me, and then allow the knees to roll from side to side. So let's release into those hips again, where we've done a little bit of extra work there. Good. Really well done, gang. Good, and we'll go 4, inhale and exhale 3, good, we've got 2, good, and we've got 1. And now all the next exercises for the next 5 minutes are just going to be lovely, so I just want you to enjoy them. And just working on kind of rebalancing the body, a little bit of postural work as well. So we bring the knees and feet back into hip width. There's a little bit of space between the lower back and the mat. You could have a cushion for the back of the head. Good, take a breath in, right arm, left leg on the exhale. And you keep your sacrum in the same position, your tailbone velcroed to the mat, those calm ribs and the space between the ears and the shoulders. Take a breath in, there's a moment to lengthen fingertips to toes, and then the exhale brings the arm and the leg back. So do you remember what we've worked on just today, just for our shoulder placement? So light space between the ears and the shoulders as you're doing the opposite side. Remember where the back of the ribs stay on the mat as we're here, and the rib cage stays calm, the chest stays calm. Yeah, so exhaling out, so extra breath. I know you're way ahead of me now because I've been talking. But what I'd like you to do on your next one is place your left hand on your rib cage, just anyway, don't have to be too fussy, but just on the ribs. And notice now, can you keep the back of the ribs? Can you keep the front of the ribs, back of the ribs on the mat and the front of the ribs nice and calm? Notice what happens if we kind of lose that and we don't have that boundary. Then we're lifting the ribs, aren't we? And what that means is that we're not working into that shoulder area. So it's not to be mean or annoying. It's just to get us to work a little bit more into those postural muscles, particularly of the middle back area. Yeah? So we're keeping the ribs calm. And notice that there's a bit more work for the shoulder. Now, can you even that up for me? Can you even that up? So you've done that on the opposite side. So right arm, left leg. We started with left arm, right leg. We're finishing with there. Well done. Good, and then just give me a little imprint of the lower back to the mat, a breath in, and then a breath out, just moving away. Let the body move as you do that. Let your spine move, so imprint, the spine will lengthen towards the edge of the mat, front edge of the mat, top edge of the mat, and then you'll kind of pull yourself down when you use your spine, just moves forward and back, so notice that. The connection of the pelvis and the spine, imprinting and releasing. Good, and then pausing where you feel comfortable, arms go to the side, and then opening the left knee to the left, and bringing it back to the start. Opening the right knee to the right, and bringing it back to the start. The same, keeping the pelvis still open on the inhale, and close on the exhale. Pelvis stays still, open on the in, close on the ex. Open on the in, one more each side. Close on the exhale. Last time, open on the inhale. Close on the exhale. Pause there. Now, can you bring your arms up and then bring your arms wide? So the back of your hand, elbows roughly level with our shoulders, and see if you can get the back of the hand to the mat. Now, don't worry if you haven't, just have a connection with the elbows, yeah, and the upper arm. So here's good. Now, if we can we keep the back of the ribs on the mat? Good. Don't worry if the hands have lifted. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, can you draw the elbows down towards your waist as if you're drawing your shoulder blades in towards your back pocket? Now, such a subtle exercise with masses of impact, isn't it? Can you feel how the back's really working? Doesn't matter if the hands are lifted. Good. If you can, keep the back of the hand releasing. Good. So again, length through the spine. Yeah. And can we draw the arms down? It's called chicken wings. Yeah, chicken wings. Drawing the elbows down towards the waist. Notice, can you sense in your mind you're pulling your shoulder blades, drawing your shoulder blades to your lower back, and then releasing. Looks like we're doing nothing. We've got one more to do. So can we have the back of the hand, the forearm, back of the arm, and then can we exhale to draw the elbows towards your waist? Now drawing the shoulder blades towards the lower back, but without the back of the ribs lifting. Yeah, and then releasing and recovering. Oh, not easy. Soften the elbows and just bring the hands just to rest on the hips. Good, close your eyes. And let's have a few breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Just relax. And last breath. Bring your knees into chest. Exhale your way up to sitting. Oh, that was a bit quick, wasn't it? And then bring ourselves just round onto our knees. Sit ourselves back. Just a little child pose. Stretch the hips towards the heels, stretch the arms out away from us. And then slowly go backward. We're done.
Thank you. Have a good day.